what have you been playing / will be playing? And don't say Destiny 2.
I'm not. Okay. And I'm going to actually punctuate Destiny 2.
Okay.
Last night I turned on Destiny 2 and got super bored and then turned it off.
Nice.
And
I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you even.
It was like early and I was like, I don't have anything I need to do in this game. What's on my to-play list? And I looked at my to-play list, which is, I got a lot I need to play. We were talking about RPGs on Tuesday, and there's a little game in the little top right, like little, all of my little cluster of like shit I want to play icons on my Windows desktop, and there's this little RPG called Disco Elysium.
Aha. Have you booted it up?
Yeah.
How is it?
Good.
Great. Tell me about it.
I will.
Okay, do it. What is Disco Elysium?
Disco Elysium is an RPG about a shitty cop in a shitty little island nation that had like a revolution 50-ish years ago, and it went bad, and society's just kind of dirt. And you are a alcoholic, drug-riddled, amnesiac, burnt-out, piece of shit, late middle-aged asshole cop. That's your protagonist. You start the game, and your lizard brain is telling you how blissful the oblivion of sleep is. And, I forget all the parts of your brain that are voiced characters in this. But, you eventually wake up, like, basically naked in a, like, overweight mutton chop flop on the ground. Like, twisted, like, one arm is, like, this way, one arm's that way. Your fingers are still on the empty bottle of rum. And your face is just...
Great.
And so the...
Just like real life.
And so after you, you slowly watch this guy get up. Mission 1. Find your clothes, which are strewn about your shitty hostel room.
Oh boy.
And here is story 1 of how amazing this game is. I get my pants. I get my jacket. Not my shirt, which is over in the bathroom for some reason. So I put my jacket on, and you put them on in the order that you get them. And on the ceiling fan is your tie. And your lizard brain is talking to you, describing to you about, like, what you see. The tie swirling around on the fan. And you have 3 options. You can pull the cord for the light, you can pull the cord for the fan, or you can try and grab the tie.
Which one did you choose?
Rewind 1 second. You have your stats, which is your physicality, your dexterity, your interpersonal intelligence, and your regular intelligence. Those are your 4 stats. And so you put a number of stats into, you need a number of things. And one of the things I was rating is you kind of want to high-low it. You want to be good at a couple of things early game and suck at a couple of things. So I put all of my dots into, I love the idea of I put it into dexterity, and I put, like, my specialty being basically described as the dodge skill. It's like, you are the untouchable man. So if someone takes a swing at you, you're just going to just, like, duck it. And so my piece of shit cop was actually very physically weak, but is just, like, really, like, drunken boxery. He could just, like, if you take a swing at him, you're gonna miss. It's just, yeah. And then I also put the rest of my dots into intelligence, which gave me stuff like a really interesting stat called visual calculus. Visual calculus is your Boondock Saints ability to look at a crime scene and just put it together.
Interesting.
Dope. Right. But my social intelligence was super low. I'm not a people person. I suck at people. And my physicality was low. I'm a glass-jawed piece of shit that is, not very healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward. I go to grab the tie off of the fan. I fail my check and take 1 HP of damage and start to have a heart attack. Because my physicality was at 1, I only have 1 HP of damage, and I have a heart attack and die. Game over. This game is the shit. This game is amazing.
Yeah, that's kind of rad, actually. I love when a game's not afraid to do that.
Would you like to know about the second time I died?
Yes. Yes, I would.
So, start over. Roll almost the same stats. Stick with the high dex thing. Get up. Get dressed. Go through the hostel. Figure out about where I live, what year it is, what's going on, I'm trying to solve a murder. There's a dude, hanging from a tree behind the hostel. That's why I'm staying here. Meet up with my partner, a fellow named Kim, from the other precinct. He doesn't know me. Mm-hmm. Extrovert, introvert, conversation. I'm helping. We are talking about Disco Elysium. Yes, Disco Elysium. Yes, you spelled it correctly, Squirrelhorde. No, I'm probably not going to stream this game. We find the dead body, and I make this massive roll on my visual calculus and put together all kinds of details about the footprints in the dirt and number them and get all this data. And Kim, my partner, is super impressed. And I actually have a conversation with my lizard brain. I'm pretty good at this, aren't I? So we proceed a little bit farther, and we get into the dock, and we're like, okay, we probably need to go and talk to the union leader. He's been kind of a piece of shit lately, and he's probably got some information. We need to sit down and talk to him. And so we find the union leader and say, yo, so we're investigating the murder of this motherfucker, and bullshit. The union leader, whilst I'm sitting down at his desk and talking to him, demoralizes me so effectively that my mental health degrades to 0, and I reach a game over in which I quit being a cop.
Wow. That's actually very rad. I love this.
So, I start over from scratch. I roll slightly. Okay, let me give myself no ones in anything, because I'm just going to take a hit and die. Mm-hmm. Which gives me actually kind of milquetoast skills, which sucks, because I think it feels like the game is better if you min-max, but boy howdy is it easy to fucking just game over when you do that, which isn't a bad thing. This game is great. Mm-hmm. So I go a little bit harder in intelligence, and I focus on that visual calculus, because that made me a really cool scene earlier where I deduced all the footprints and all that. It's okay, so I'm a piece of shit. I suck with people. I'm unhealthy and not very reactive, but I can look at a crime scene and I can fucking solve it. So I'm good at this one thing. And so that makes me look at my hostel room a little bit better. I realize it's a broken window. Let me investigate that broken window. It appears to have been broken from the inside, as all the glass shards are on the outside. And it appears to have been broken, by a really furious maneuver by, an object. Possibly a shoe. Oh, hey, there's the single shoe. There's your single right shoe. Which means your single left shoe is probably outside this window. Which it was. Here's what's really fascinating about that, is realizing... But using the visual calculus to deconstruct the hostel room that I woke up in for the second time, and realizing I had one shoe over here and one shoe over here, that I had gone through the entire first playthrough as a cop wearing no shoes. This game is amazing.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
funny.
here's like the only thing you really need to know about it is that it is an RPG-ass RPG. It is a isometric, like, you know, kind of top-downy sort of thing. You're walking around the world and you're interacting with objects. I have not gotten to combat yet, but it is the primary gameplay is investigating the universe, walking around, finding objects, learning about them. And developing relationships with the people, the suspects, the witnesses, and your colleague, and you cannot not be a piece of shit. You must be a piece of shit, and really, your character options are: what kind of shit cop are you? Are you a beggar cop that's collecting every coin you see and putting it into a little plastic bag? Are you a junkie cop okay, I mentioned on Tuesday the scene where like you have to like not drink rum off of that happens in 10 fucking minutes. That you wake up, you're hungover, you feel like shit, and you're like, there's some rum on the bar. You should just drink the spilled rum off of the bar. Live life a little. Go, do it. Do it, you coward.
Excellent.
This game is amazing. Disco Elysium.
I'm definitely very interested in it. It's probably going to be a while before I get to it.
The problem for me is that it's very slow paced. The opposite of Destiny, I would say.
You did die twice in the opening sequence.
No, I did once in the opening sequence. The second death was later. It was still on the first day.